and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer this is review number 900, and so I have something special for you, and special for me. It's not a Japanese beer, it is a craft beer. Well, I guess I don't know if we can classify it as a craft beer any longer since it's been bought out by a larger group. But it certainly is, I guess we could say, we have to say it is, one of the iconic breweries, craft beer breweries in the U.S. A little bit late to the table, but they made up for it by producing some excellent beers in the early 2000s. And that brewery is Founders Brewing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they were founded in 1997 by a couple of college friends, and had, I guess, a bit of rough going at first, but then just decided to produce the kinds of beers that they really wanted to make, and experimented with different styles, spices, ingredients, and became quite known for making absolutely exceptional beers. The beer that we're going to look at today is this one. It's called Founders KBS, Kentucky Breakfast Stout, and it's produced by Founders, which is now owned, or 90% owned, by Majo San Miguel, a Spanish brewery, who purchased their stake in Founders in 2020. Founders has 523 beers on Rate Beer, quite a few, and so they have been around for a while. And this is a 2019 vintage, and which means it's about 4 years old. Spent a year in the barrel before they bottled it in 2019, and we are now in 2022. It is a stout, an imperial flavored or pastry stout, because it has these extra ingredients in it, and it's the number 11th ranked imperial flavored or pastry stout on Rate Beer. Rate Beer has 4,784 ratings. The average is 4.36, incredibly high. 100 percentile for all beers on Rate Beer, and 100 percentile for its style, which is, again, imperial flavored pastry stout. Untapped, they have 217,118 separate ratings, and their average is 4.39, just a little bit higher. This is 12.7%, and 70 international bittering units. Founders also makes a number of other great beers. They have in the past. They make a breakfast stout, which is probably their most famous beer. Canadian breakfast stout, which is a maple syrup barrel aged stout. An all-day IPA. They used to make an annual wonderful beer called barley wine called Nemesis, which they have since discontinued. But this beer is aged in bourbon barrels, and on the back here, let me read to you what it says. What we've got here is an imperial stout brewed with a massive amount of coffee and chocolates, and then cave-aged in oak bourbon barrels for an entire year to make some wonderful bourbon undertones come through in the finish. Makes your taste buds squeal with delight. Yeah, I've had this before, and I gave it only a 4.0. I'm not sure why my rating is so low, so much lower than the others. But in any case, should we go with this here now? It is clearly one of the iconic American stouts. And here we go. Spiegelau glass. Oh my. Okay, look at that. My goodness. Okay, it is pitch black with a very, very dark, fine bubbled, dark tan head. Kind of chalky and blocky. The lace on that. Okay, so again, 2019 vintage. So this is probably this is about 4 years old now, which is probably kind of a high point for this kind of beer. It would. I mean, I'm sure it could sit for a while for sure. Bottled on February 6, 2019, and it has a number 1545. I'm not sure if that is the the number, or how many bottles they produced out of this, I'm not sure. 12.2% alcohol, it says here. Okay. Okay. Massive chocolate, kind of almost a little bit scorched. Coffee, I'm sorry, the coffee is scorched. A little bit of char, maybe. Good chocolate. It smells extremely inviting. It's almost breathing upwards with the aroma. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this comes up with big chocolate, moderate coffee, not as strong as I would expect. Certainly some alcohol presence. Not in the nose. I don't get the fume. It doesn't smell like alcohol as much as I expected, but you can certainly taste it. Very warming. The body is heavy, but it's not as heavy as some imperial stouts that you might get. Moderate body, but oh boy, what a range of flavors you get coming through here. Lots of dark fruit, some prunes, chocolate raisins, something almost peachy in here too. It's like stone fruit hiding behind all of this. This is exceptional. Well, I wish I could share this with you in person, but that's the way it goes. You can find this, I'm sure, in a specialty liquor store in the United States, perhaps other places as well. So once again, this is a 2019 vintage of KBS by Founders Brewing in Grand Rapids, Michigan. 12.2%, 70 IBUs, packed full of flavors, barrel aged. The bourbon is not quite as strong as I thought it might be, but it is really a pleasant beer. Give it a go if you happen to have a chance, okay? It's a beer you should have. Take care. That's it for now. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Tell me your opinion of Founders if you've had it before, okay? Bye-bye.